Hi, how are you all? Okay, there's something I want to talk about tonight. Now I'm going to link you to a video. I want you to watch it. It's in the description, and it's regarding a UFO sighting in London. Now this is fresh. This is recent. This is in the last few days, and it's very interesting. It's basically in broad daylight. A group of people in broad daylight in the city centre, and they see some UFOs flying about, and it's pretty impressive footage. So I want you to watch that, and what I'm talking about is based on that. And what I'm talking about is regarding UFOs, and I would like to say regarding extraterrestrials, spaceships, ETs, what have you, but no, let's leave that out of it, right? Let's talk about UFOs, because UFOs are unidentified flying objects, and to say that UFOs are spaceships from space, right, piloted by extraterrestrials is speculation. Now, it so happens that I believe that there are extraterrestrials piloting these spacecraft, but let's leave that out of it, right? Let's just talk about some facts regarding UFOs. And the facts are that the people's response to UFOs are shocking. I mean, I don't know what it's going to take to convince people that there is a possibility that life exists elsewhere in the universe besides Earth. I mean, okay, let's look at a few things here. Now, first of all, the internet is full of footage of UFOs, okay, full of it. But let's not forget, it's not only that, but mainstream media reports footage of UFOs too, so it's not just on the internet. Now, besides that, we've got like testimonials from the Royal Air Force, the USAF. We've recently had like disclosure from the FBI. The vault, the FBI website itself has put forth all these documents regarding UFOs. The NSA, you've got government disclosure, we've got bags of it, So when you look at like regular fresh footage coming up all the time, and then like couple that with like disclosure from, governments, right, and militaries, the police, professional observers, coming forward with like these testimonies, and yet people are in disbelief or in a state of apathy where they just don't really give a fuck. Now, it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh because, right? Okay, you know what I've noticed. Okay, suppose you've got some footage, right? That's like in HD, and it's like really like totally obvious, a big fuck off spaceship in the sky in HD, the camera's steady, it's right on there, zooming in, it's like, whoa. And people are like, oh yeah, and I'm talking about the UFO enthusiasts as well. They'll dismiss it too. Yeah, it's like, oh, that's a fake, that's a fake. And yet you get a video and it's like a bit shaky and it's like a bit fuzzy, and like you're straining your eyes, trying to like make it out, and you're thinking, oh yeah, I can just about see something there, and then that has a ring of truth about it. So what's that all about? What is that all about? I don't get it, right? Now, I want you to look at this like London footage, because to me it's pretty fucking convincing, right? And, who... Now, okay, I just want to acknowledge something just before I go out. Now, yes, there are fucktards out there that want to do hoaxes and want to Photoshop, right? And want to like, they're like sad, but they do exist, believe it or not. I find it hard to believe, but they do exist. And, why they do it, I don't know. But it's like, what is wrong with someone innocently, right? Now, okay, there's 6 billion people on the planet. Now, okay, let's look at this. There's 6 billion people on the planet. Now, 2/3 of the world's population are in poverty, living on less than $2 a day. So, 6 billion people on the planet don't have a video camera. But there's a large amount of people on the planet that have a video camera. Now, now people, skeptics will say, oh, how convenient is it that, they see a UFO in the sky and it just so happens that there's a video camera to hand and they can film the thing, right? Well, I'm sorry, but it is feasible that the odd person, the odd time in certain parts of the world would have access to a video camera and quite innocently point the camera to the sky and just film what they see and upload it for us to see. Right? That is quite feasible. That can happen, right? And the poor fuckers, right? They do this, and then they get debunked, right? And accused of things they're not doing, accused of photoshopping and shit like that. Okay. Now, I've come to the conclusion myself, right? That I'm thinking to myself, okay, so what's it going to take then to get people to consider, right? No, not know it for sure, but just to consider the fact that we are being visited by extraterrestrials. And I say it like that because there's very little dispute in the fact that extraterrestrials exist in the universe, right? Because most intelligent people acknowledge that they exist, right? If you look at the statistics of the universe, the vastness of the universe, it's pretty damn obvious that they exist. Look at the Drake equation, it makes perfect sense. But the controversy is are they visiting planet Earth? Okay, so let's look at that. Are they visiting planet Earth? Well, okay, people won't even consider the possibility that they are. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what's it going to take? Okay, because we've got all this disclosure. Alright, now is it going to take outright admittance by a big leader on the world stage, such as Barack Obama or the Secretary General of the UN or the Vatican or something? Is it going to take something like that? No, well, I don't think so, because you know what? I've even thought to myself, okay, what if a massive fucking fleet of spaceships, right, covers the sky all over the Earth and every eye on the planet sees it, right, in broad daylight? Is that going to convince people? No, it won't. Because you know what will happen if that happens, right? Because it has happened at local level. There's been numerous cases where thousands of witnesses have witnessed a fleet of spaceships. Well, I said, there I go again. I'm saying spaceships. Let's leave that out of it. We're talking about UFOs. There's been fucking whole cities witnessing huge UFOs, and it's talked about for a day or two and then it's forgotten about. And that's exactly what will happen if it happens on a worldwide level. It will get a bit of coverage, a bit of attention, and then people will go back to their mundane, television, Facebook games, the pub, working 9 to 5, and it'll just be forgotten about. Going on a holiday once a year, all this kind of shit. So no, that's not going to happen either. And let's not forget the fact that ancient history hints so strongly at the fact that extraterrestrials were upon the Earth. I mean, fuck me. Okay, let's just let's look at one incident, alright? Well, not incidents, but let's look at one thing, alright? The ancient Egyptians, the pyramids and shit, alright? Now, it is the Egyptians never said that they built the pyramids. They never did say that. Right? They said that the sun gods did it. Right? Whoever they are. Right? But there's drawings of them and they look like, aliens and shit. But anyway, right? It's how did the pyramids get there? How do you move 1,000 tons of a rock, right, across sand and place it precisely upon another rock and do that again and again in order to build a pyramid? When the quarry where the rock was gotten is 100 kilometers away from the pyramid site, how does that happen? Well, in these modern times, the most high-tech crane, right, is, it can lift a rock 200 tons, right? So you would need 5 of those high-tech cranes to lift a rock of 1,000 tons, and even then you can't carry it across sand, right, and place it precisely where you want it. We can't do it. So how the fuck did they do it? And yes, people say, oh well, they had knowledge that we don't have. Well, they never said that they built the pyramids, right? They attributed the credit to the sun gods. So right, okay, just a little bit of a recap, right? We've got ancient history, right? We've got governments, governments plural, yeah. We've got the RAF, we've got the USAF, we've got the FBI, we've got the NSA, we've got numerous hints as far as like the existence of that we that we're being visited by UFOs. So I don't get it. It's just a bit of a rant because it just gets on my nerves. So there you go.